Hello everyone, this is Brian with BS and Tech Networks, bringing to you a video tutorial that explains how you can embed YouTube videos into your website. This is another highly sought after editor or tutorial that we hear about quite a bit from our customers. They have videos that they'd like to put on their website, and so the best way to do so is to upload them to YouTube first, so that way you are taking advantage of YouTube's great capability of the marketing and advertising on there. YouTube is one of the highest ranked sites in the world, so if somebody uses the search engine on YouTube, your video might come up. So that could increase your sales or bring more interest to your website. So we always recommend that you first upload the videos to YouTube, and then we can embed them on the website. First of all, you should have received a username and a password from us in order to log into your website to make changes. If you have not received that information, please get in contact with us and we can provide that to you. So I'm going to go ahead and log into this customer's website. And once we come up with the control panel here, we're just wanting to edit a web page to embed a video. So we need to hover over the content menu and then choose Article Manager. All of your pages in your website will appear under the Article Manager. Once we click on that, all of the pages come up. Now in this specific case, the customer has a dedicated page for videos, and it's right here. So in order to edit it, we just click on the name of the page, which is videos, and then that will bring up the editor window. Okay, so the editor window is now up. In here, you see that they already have a couple of videos on here. Now, of course, you can't see them in the editor because they're part of the YouTube site, and so they're not going to appear in the editor, but they will show up on your website. So you see that there's a big block here, and it's kind of got a red outline text. So the video will appear here, and actually I can show you what it will look like by going to the customer site here. And you can see here that there's the 3 videos. Now let's say that we want to go ahead and add another video to the site. It's very simple to do that. It's also very quick and easy to delete a video. Say you want to remove this video, just click on it. Now you see that there's these little white dots that appear around it. So then all we have to do is hit the delete button on our keyboard. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the delete button, and it's now gone. So there used to be 3, now there's only 2. And then you just go up and hit save or save and close. Now because I do not want to save those changes, I'm going to go ahead and hit close, and then go back into the page so that it will revert the changes that I did and make it so that they don't save. So you see the 1 box, there's the 2 box, and there's the 3 box. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is go to the actual page where our video is at. I've already got one pulled up here. This is a video that I created a couple years ago. And down at the bottom here, you have some different options: about, share, add to. So you want to click on share. Once we click on share, you have another little menu that comes up. Now we don't want to use the share this video because this will provide a direct link to the video. What we want to do is embed it. So there's a link that says embed. Click on there, and then it provides you the HTML code that you need to put it on your website. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and hit copy. Now there's one other thing that I want to show you about here. Show suggested videos when the video finishes. Most individuals do not want this to happen. Once your video is done, YouTube will then automatically start showing some other videos on your website. So it's probably not a good idea that you use that. So I would recommend that you uncheck this, and it does change the code somewhat up here. So let's go ahead and highlight it again. We'll right click and hit copy. Now we have the code that we need. Now it's time to embed it on the website. Let's go back to the editor window. Now this is the part that can be somewhat confusing. We actually have to go into HTML mode, or that actually shows the code that makes up this page. So it can be somewhat confusing, and you'll just kind of have to play around with it until you find out exactly where you want it to be. So right here is the toggle source code button. You can see that it's the 3rd line down, 1, 2, 3, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th button over to from the left. So we click on that, and then you see all the source code. So if you wanted to add this to the very bottom of the website, you just click on the very last row, hit enter, and then we want to paste in. So right click and hit paste, and there's the code that we just pasted in. So that would make it on the very bottom of the current web page. If you wanted it to be at the very top, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. If you want to be at the very top, then put your mouse cursor, you can see where it's blinking there, in front of everything. Hit the enter button, move your cursor back up, right click, and then hit paste. And then there it goes. So there it is, pasted there. If you want it somewhere in between, that's where it's going to take a little bit of work and some time. You'll just kind of have to read through some of the text, because if you have text on the page, you will be able to read it in here. And I will show you that here momentarily. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at the top on this web page, and then I'm going to go back to the main editor. So I'll click the toggle source code again, and you can see that my video is smaller than the ones here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now if we go back to their website and refresh it, now my video comes up first here. So there's my video on top of theirs. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. So again, you can just click on it once just like that and hit the delete key, and then hit save. And then I'm going back to the website. Let's refresh this page, and there it is. So it is now removed. Okay, now let's go into an actual page where there's some text so I can show you what this editor is going to look like in there. Now we're going to go ahead and let's choose the home page for their site. So on the home page you can see that there's images and there's a lot of text. Now if we go into the toggle source code button, here is the source code that makes up that page. So the actual typed page, or the typed text that's on the page, you can see it's in black here. So this would be the first paragraph. If you wanted to have the video show up right underneath that paragraph, you would click at the end of this blue, or even right down here actually where the /P is. Usually you want to put it after a slash, so it starts with a P up here and then it ends with a /P. So then in here we can hit enter, right click, hit paste, and then there's the code for the YouTube video. So you can just play around with it, find out where you want it to be, and if it's not where you want it to be, go back into your source editor. If you know, it would have been put in right in here, I'm going to go ahead and do that real fast so I can show you what it's going to look like. And then so it puts it right here. Well, I don't really want it there, so click on it once, hit delete, go back into your source code, move down a little more. Oh, okay, this is where I want it, right here. I want it right before that listing of things, so I then put it in there again. So right click and paste, and there it is. It just puts it right below the what Sheba's need, and then I click on it and I can hit delete. So to prevent any changes, I'm going to go ahead and hit close on this again. So that is how you can embed YouTube videos into your website. There is a little bit of work that's needed, but it's not too terribly difficult. It's just a little bit of trial and error. But if you do have any other questions about it, certainly reach out to us, and we'd be happy to help answer any questions that you have. Thanks again for watching. This is Brian Spraker with BSN Tech Networks, and our website is bsntech.com.